Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 53 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go.
Dgenz Crypto Daily, news in the code. Riding on a blockchain, heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying, rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon, and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm, lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see.
Fortunes you can see.
Mining all those diamonds. Digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Yes, I do. I have you wild and free. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome to Hump Day. That is Wednesday, October 16th in 2024. This is Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 53, because, we just keep rolling on, we don't stop. It seems to be more and more exciting every single day to be doing the stream. I can feel it. There's something about, coming online and checking out some stuff, and everything is lining up to be very, very bullish. So I'm excited every single day to do the stream. I'm reading about miner hash rate going up to 29%. That means more miners are going online, which means stock prices for the mining companies are going up, which usually means more Bitcoin is going to be mined, which means more Bitcoin price is going to go up. So there's so much to go into today. Layer ones we're going to look at Polify tokens. We're going to keep an eye on that. Trump apparently did something yesterday today, so we're going to double check on Trump as well. Comma's a little bit struggling, but I think there's going to be a run in it sooner than later. But before we get into any of that, let's do a first order of business. If you haven't had a chance to follow me on Twitter, this is your opportunity to do that now. If you do that, you can see clearly right here on the screen, you can see that you get a notification when I'm streaming, when I'm talking about crypto, when we're getting into a lot of discussions. So you can go into that whenever I'm on. If you haven't had a chance to follow our Dgenz NFT account, This is a good time to do that now as well. And if you're interested in joining our community, just click on this link right here. This discord.gg link, and that will take you straight to our Discord. Come say hi, hang out with us. We're going to do an art upgrade really, really soon, so we're looking forward to that. Our boys collection and our radiated boys collection are going to get a pretty decent upgrade in art, so looking forward to that. As well, if you want to hang out with me during the stream and you're not sure how, just go to the page of the stream, go to the bottom right section in the chat, and we can hang out together. You can say GM, happy hump day. Just like that. And you can send me a request. You can ask me to look into a chart. You can make an awesome comment, interact with me at any point. And if I like any of that stuff, I will post it on the stream. Okay. Lastly, if you're taking our calls in our Discord, click on this QR code, and that will give you 10% off of Blowfin. So any trade that you make with Blowfin, you will get 10% off. Trust me, it adds up. When you're making lots of trades, it adds up really quickly. So it's good that you can take some of it back and put it in your pocket. Okay, so let's get into the news. So one of the things I just mentioned to you guys, the hash rate is going up. All right, so we'll look at that in a second. But we talked about Bitcoin moving yesterday, and it topped around 68,000 with dominance going over, I think it said 58%. So, says here dominance reached a new cycle high of 58.91%, a level last seen in April 2021. Yes. Because we were tracking that yesterday, and we said that we are at a major resistance on the daily. And we'll look at that in a second. But I think there's going to be some resistance here, which means alts are starting to go up. And let's see if that happens soon. It says here, cryptocurrency market as a whole continued moving higher on Wednesday, led by Bitcoin, which extended its week-over-week gain to more than 12%, rising above 68,000 for the first time since late July. The broad market gauge was higher. Okay, well, we don't care about that. So the dominance is 58.9. And let's take a look at it really quickly. So we're here, right? On the daily scale, right? If we take a look at it, sorry, I think it might have been the weekly. Right. So we saw that red line as a really major resistance. It's trying to move past that, right? You see that? Which, it's nice. It happened before with the 200 EMA. See if you can see it right here. It was the resistance here, and here, kind of. And so it went past that. And you know what happened right after that? The bull run. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen really, really soon. We are in the positive territory for MACD, which is obviously pushing action much higher, right? But we're probably going to get a crossover soon to the downside, which should take this dominance south. Now, it could very well pump to this line and then down, right? Which means most likely this is the top. So 63, 64%. Okay, so let's keep an eye on the next week, right? Because the next week will tell us exactly where things are. Because if Bitcoin surges to like 74,000 and stops and allows altcoins to start going again, then we're good. If it continues past 74,000, then we're most likely going to continue that run, maybe to 84,000 or so. So let's keep an eye on that. We'll get back into Bitcoin in a second, but I want to take a look at the rest of the news. Oh yeah, open interest on CME is at all-time high, which could be both things, right? Either people are longing or shorting. Obviously, you're not going to be shorting at this level. It's not at the most peak level, right? So shorters may not come in at this level. So it says here, Bitcoin futures have open interest at all-time high of 172,000 BTC, which is $11 billion. It's incredible. It says here, over the past 5 days, CME Bitcoin futures have seen an increase of 25,000 BTC, making one of the highest recorded changes in recent years. So open interest is really saying how many trades are open, right? And so if we have more and more open trades, that means more and more open, people are expecting a trade to go through down the road, right? If they're closing trades, that means they're most likely unsure where the level is and they want to over the 5-day period in recent years. So definitely expecting a big move, right? We pointed to this chart right here as a way of guiding us forward, right? And see, now we're getting to 6% for October, right? Again, we wanted to be on average about 20%. So we still have about, let's just say 15%. So 15% from where we are now. Let's look at Bitcoin, right? So let's do 15% from here, all right? So 15% is going to be about here. So that takes you to 78. So on average, we should be at 78,000 at the month's close. Does that make any sense? Now, we can be obviously higher or a little bit lower, but I think we will range to there. I honestly think we're going to get to only this top right here, which is 72 to 74. I think I said 74 a couple times. All right, let's call it a 72. I think 72 would be like the first stop, and then we see from there. We do have this really, really positive crossover that I always talk about on the weekly. And so maybe we just have so much bullishness that'll take us to the higher levels, you know, just like what happened in 2020 to 2021, right? When we had the crossover. So let's assume this is the crossover. Okay. That took us way higher, right? Could that happen again? Absolutely, right? Don't forget, this was back in October, almost a year today. Could this happen again? Well, what do we get in terms of multiples? Let's count that. So say we started the move right here. How many multiples did we get? We got 379%. Say we don't get that. Say we can only get half of that. That's about 190%. Okay. So if we take a look at the other side and move that over. So say we get 190% of a jump from where we are. That will take us to nearly 200,000. Is that possible? Sure. Let's see if that's possible. I'm actually curious now. So let's go to, I don't know, another chart so I can actually see it. There we go. Okay. Can we get to 200,000? All right. So one of the first things I want to do is see some trend lines. Upper trend lines are important for me. Okay. So we're right there. Can we get to 200,000? Yeah, we could. But the problem with it is, you know, this line will be tested, and it only allows for a move to 172,000, right? Because that would mean just going up to here and then down, right? We're using the trend lines, the upper trend lines that are matching this right here, this right here, this right here, okay? And so we have to stay true to that because the traders that are trading that are respecting that level. So we got to go here again. So we're going to do it here again. That's 172, right? It fits the number 10 fib. Now, I did say many times before that I think the top should be about 120, which the reason for that is because normally what we do is we take the top here, and we double it. So if the top was 67, it's about 135, let's just say. Okay. But it doesn't mean it has to stop there. You can obviously go beyond that and go up to the top line, right? I still feel like we're going to get this amazing looking slanted inverted head and shoulders, which what I mean by that is like this is the shoulder, this is the head that goes into here, and then the shoulder again, and then down, right? We'll form a head and shoulders at the top. So it will be like shoulder, head, shoulder, and then down. Okay. Does that make any sense? All right, so we've touched on the dominance, right? We said that we were at a resistance. I think there's a possibility of reaching there and then straight down into the bull run. Okay, we're looking forward to that. Total 3 is starting to move again. Remember, we talked about this pinch. It's going to start moving everything up to much, much higher levels. And so let me remove this really quickly so you can see it. We're looking for like 3 trillion, something like there. Last indicator we're going to look at today is the tether dominance, right? And on the weekly scale, we know we're ahead of the game. Why? Because we look at these things, right? We see the MACD pinch, right? We expect this MACD pinch to be really, really bearish because it has this momentum now on its side, which means this chart itself is going to be dumping, right? It's going to be dumping to first that level that we see, which is about 4%, right? To that level. And then, so up to here first, and then straight from that to that 2% level. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. And lastly, let's look at DXY, which is the dollar strength indicator. So the stronger the dollar is, the weaker the stock market is usually. Okay. If it's moving up, that means the stocks are dumping. If it's moving down, the stocks are pumping. Really simple, right? It's weird because it's doing the opposite of what the tether dominance is doing, right? We see a double bottom here for that indicator, which means the strength of dollar is going to start actually moving up. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean we have a stock market crash. Just means the value of dollar is getting stronger and stronger, right? It's funny because when we reduce interest rates, we actually weaken the dollar, right? When we increase the interest rates, we strengthen the dollar. And so if the Fed is actually going to reduce the interest rates by another 0.25%, that means, you know, this should dump, right? Regardless of this pinch, it should dump. Because now you're saying if you keep your money in the bank, you're going to get less interest on that money, right? So people that are holding other currencies are going to say, you know what, I'm going to move my dollars into another currency that's giving me higher yield, right? But it's complex. It's a lot more complex than that because we talk about, you know, the valuation of currency, of fiat currency, the exchange rates, all these other things. So don't think about it like that, but just know that if this indicator is dumping, the stock market is pumping. So Look at Dow Jones, for example. It's definitely not dumping, right? But I do think we do have something going on in 26. So if this is going up in 25, there's going to be a pretty decent dump in 26. So use this opportunity to load up on anything and everything right now, because it's going to be a 1 year's worth of amazing times. And then it's going to be another recession. And then they'll blame it on a president who has no control over that whatsoever. So yeah, buy stocks, buy crypto. 25 should be the year. While we're talking about Bitcoin, I wanted to take a look at mining stocks. So Bitcoin mining stocks for a second. So I'm looking at it and I'm seeing, Riot is only up by 2%. Mara is about 2.5%. Cypher about 5%. CleanSpark 4.5%. Wolf 6%. So there's definitely interest, right? Let's take a look at Riot for a minute. All right. So I know I've talked about this before, and I really mean this. If you're not exposing yourself to Bitcoin, that's fine, right? You can actually expose yourself to mining companies in the bull run, right? I think they give you way more than a Bitcoin will. You know how I know that? Watch this. So all I have to do is put these two assets against each other, and I will get a percentage, right? This will tell me whether or not Riot is better to hold than Bitcoin. All right, so watch this. Okay. So I get a chart, and this chart will tell me that Riot will go up within the bull run much higher than a Bitcoin would, right? And when this happens, like when we have something here, that means holding Bitcoin is more worthwhile than it is Riot. And as it goes up, Riot's more favorable. And when it goes down, Bitcoin is more favorable, and so on and so forth. So we know that there's going to be another run, probably up to here, maybe up to here. Okay, which means, just looking at these percentages here, right, on the right hand column. So if this is 0.5, okay, so just let's put a resistance there. Okay, so just put a resistance here. So this is 5. Right now it's 1. That means Riot in the bull run will be 5 times greater, or worth 5 times more than Bitcoin. If you were to hold, say, $10,000 worth of Riot or $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? Whatever the price Bitcoin will rise, Riot will rise 5 times greater than that in percentage terms. So if Bitcoin goes up 100%, Riot will go up 500%. Does that make sense? So it's really easy to see which ones to hold in terms of just looking at the chart itself. Okay. And when we go back to just Riot itself, we can see the opportunities are here, right? We're starting to see that push. We see that crossover. We see the hash rate is going up. We know that they're definitely mining more Bitcoin, and the margins are increasing as long as Bitcoin's price is increasing, right? And if they're profitable, and there will be, this run will happen, just like it happened here, and then maybe it gets up to here, right? Maybe we get up to $73. Maybe we get up to only here, which is like $40. Regardless, the point is that we're definitely going to get a run. Okay, so if you're not holding stocks like Riot, like Mara, okay, you're doing yourself a huge disservice, because you got to diversify, right? It's nice holding Bitcoin, it's nice holding Ether or Polkadot or Solana, but it's also really, really good to hold some stocks, especially during the bull run. Like look at Mara, for example, right? Huge potential to the upside. Like that. Probably get something like that, 297. Okay, maybe we get up to 100, 132. right? I mean, look at that pinch. That weekly pinch looks amazing. So yeah, I would get any of these, right? You know, look for the ones that you personally like. You do your due diligence, and just in case they don't dilute in the worst of times, right? But you do your due diligence and make sure you find out which ones you like. I personally like Riot and Mara. Even Clean Spark is pretty good, I hear. All right. Now we've done the stocks. Let's get into some layer 1s and 2s. So which ones should you get into? All right. Let's start with Ton. So this is on the weekly scale. I don't know if I have enough chart history. Okay. So the problem with Ton in general, it's got a huge market cap, right? For it to have a huge multiple, you have to ask yourself whether or not it is worthwhile having Ton number 5 overall market cap, right? So let's quickly look at it. So 13.3 billion right now. It is ranked number 11, right? So if we're going to go to the list of all the cryptos, to get into number 5, it would have to be higher than Solana, which at this point is 72. So from 13 to 72 is about a 5x, right? Is it going to be bigger than Solana? Maybe. So let's say it's not, right? It's going to be number 6. That means it has about a 250% gap to get to the level. Okay, so 250% on Ton is really just this. Okay, so let me just see if I can get this right. All right, there it is. So $18. So you can say to yourself, all right, it's undervalued by 250%. You can do that, right? But can you get more value somewhere else? And that's the bigger question, right? Can you get more than 250% at the height of the bull run in some other asset? You know, I'll give you a layer 1 you should definitely look at. All right, so say for example we do what we just did, a little practice of putting 2 projects against each other. You can do something like this. Okay, so Polkadot versus Ton. All right. The question is, can Polkadot move up on this chart? This way. And if the answer is no, if it's going to go down, that means Polkadot is not going to do more than Ton down the road. Okay, let's take a look at it on the weekly scale. So there's a definite downward trend, right? We do see a crossover and it's starting to move up. I personally think that there should be some level of strength in Polkadot versus Ton, and that level should be there. So if we were to say that Polkadot is going to go up much faster than Ton, the top would be about here. And then the value of Polkadot versus Ton will go down. Does that make any sense? So if I were to say to myself, all right, I got $10,000 to spend, where should I put it? Should I put it in Polkadot? Should I put it in Ton? This chart will tell me usually everything. All right? It's honestly that simple. We can do another one. Let's say we go, all right, let's do Say versus Ton. All right. So we can see that Say had a decent run. Clearly topped out here. Maybe has a little bit more in it, just a little bit more, just to get to this line and then down. The question is does it stop here or does it continue and go straight to this top right here? If it does, that means it's going to be 2 times stronger than Ton in whatever terms. It could be going up or down, doesn't matter. It's going to hold value 2 times more, almost 3 times more, actually, than Ton. Okay? So you'll be more inclined to own Say instead of Ton. If we were, so let me see, if we were talking about this in, say, February 24, so February of this year, I would say Say is really toppy right now. I would strongly suggest getting into Ton, which means the strength of Say is going down versus Ton. At this point, it's switching to more strength. And then we use the 50 percentile rule, right? Which will be essentially saying between 2 runs, the top and the bottom, where is the 50 percentile? In this case, it's at 22. 22 is the middle. All right. So my thinking is this runs to 50 percentile and then down. Okay. So if you're considering Say versus Ton, let's do Say versus before we even consider Ton. Okay. You can do this with any layer 1 and layer 2, like any of them. Let's do 1 versus, let's pick H bar. Okay. So you hold both. You're not sure. Actually, let's not even do that. Let's say you have money on the sideline, but you want to put into either Harmony or H bar. Which one should you put it in? All right. This is how you do it. Take a look. You go, all right, where we are. So this is telling me whether or not Harmony is stronger than H bar. And if this chart is pumping, that means Harmony is much stronger than Hedera. All right. Right now we see it's kind of struggling. But I think sooner than later, we're going to have this pump because we had this long regression. So I would say to you, absolutely get Harmony, right? If we do the 50% regression, I'll show you what I mean. So let's move it to the top, to the about top of the candle, like that. So 50% regression should be about here. Okay, so I think this move should be up to here and then down, which is significant. It's about a 3x. No. Yeah, it's about a 3x, sorry. 300%. So I would say to you, absolutely get Harmony because that's going to do more multiples than H bar, if that makes sense. I think we had a request in Discord. Let me just double check on it. Oh yeah, we got to look at Tramp and Kama before we end the stream today. Okay, so why don't we go into some memes in a second. Clearly, Tramp is doing amazing things. We have a huge uptick in transactions and makers. I believe it was 27 cents yesterday. It's at 38 today, up over 30%. The Kamala Harris meme token, Kama, is not doing so great. Even though the transactions are really good, makers are not bad. It's struggling, really struggling. So it's behind Trump by a multiple of at least 6. So let's see where they are. All right, so we have all our indicators there, including our doodles. One of the first things, okay, well, erase all of them. We'll go from the start. So one of the things we notice right away is this strong push from that EMA support. Okay, which is good because we were going to get a crossover. Now that we didn't get a crossover, we are going to get something like this on the MACD. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Most likely we get the next wave to end here, right? So we said about what, 60 cents, 66 cents. So about there, I would be starting to sell again. And then from there, we're going to stop probably at this level here. Maybe here, because it is the resistance, right? Let me show you what I mean by that. So it's right there. See how it lines up properly, right? So we had multiple hits here, here, and then here. So I think there should be some selling at that level. Shoot. Right there. So 85 cents could be it. So I would say just hold on till there. See what happens. We got about 2 weeks before I would start selling. Even though the election's probably in 3 weeks, I would say definitely sell before that. Kamala Harris. I mean, it's trying to stop this bleeding, right? It's bled for a long time. Like the last pump was in September. And then down to this level. It's basically a touchback, right? And then now it's going to try to move up to this level. So let's see when that happens. It's, double bottoming over here. And again, 2 weeks before we officially start waving the flag to sell. So hopefully we get this run to, I think, this level that we talked about before, like that 16 to 1.6 cents level. Okay. The request was for Chonky. So Chonky, is at a resistance, technically. We could have a lot of upside, even though it's at 50 million market cap. But there's potential for a 3x all the way up there. Actually, that's like a 4x. So 4x from here would make it about a $60 million in market cap, which is possible, right? But, keep on checking out these levels. Like, there's a few of them that you need to keep an eye on. This one is clearly one, okay? The next one would be about here, okay? And then, obviously, you have the all-time high, which is this massive candle. So just keep an eye on those, right? And sell as you move along forward in time. A couple other ones I want to look at. DGOD. So it kind of struggled, right, to get past that first resistance. We marked it pretty good, huh? And so, it rejected that. It's probably going to get back to the bottom again. And then maybe we have another move up. But it's hard to say because, a lot of these are predicated on the conditions of the market. And because they didn't have a lot of time to settle in, these pumps are just sold off really quickly, I think. So I think we're going to get this regression back to here, then a small bump, and then who knows what happens there. Gecko was interesting because, I had it on my radar. It did do over 100%. But, these things are sold off really quickly. So if you do have a pump, and look what happened here, right? Immediately sold off. Pump, immediately sold off. So be careful when you're adding, okay? There is a chance of that happening again, right? So we have this pump to this level most likely, and then regression again. Just be careful when you're adding. Cat dog. I know we talked about this one. Same kind of thing. You know, you have this pump and then regression, pump, regression, and so on and so forth. So now we're like down here. I wonder if anything starts the jump again, right? We do want it to get to at least, let's see here, at least this here, this level here. Okay. So that's about a 10x. We can see it's a very strong resistance, right? Multiple hits on that line. One here. This one obviously didn't work, but we had one here, right? So we can say that it is pretty true to say that's the strong resistance. Okay, so I will be selling it there. I think liquidity will come. GME, we're just waiting for that reset. Once we get that reset, we're getting in. Okay, so we're looking for this reset. Okay, when this turns positive, most likely we'll get that reset, and then this action will pump again. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Last one of the day is used car. So I mentioned to you guys in the last stream, if you're holding and you're at this level, like, I don't know what you're doing if you're not selling. When action speeds up like that, when it's really, really fast and it's up, it's going to go down the same way. So this is why you're seeing this massive drop. Okay. I would, if you're still holding, you know, you have options at this point. Not very many, but, you know, selling and hoping it gets down to this level to add again. Or, you know, you can hold and see if you can get that upward momentum in about a week. So it's up to you. All right, I think we're at the end of the stream. I thank you again for joining me. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me every single day. And I think it's time to say that tomorrow is going to be a busy day. Double streams. We have the weekly stream, and then we have the daily stream. So hopefully you join me for that. And if you like this stream and you want to help somebody out, reshare it. And you never know, you can help somebody. Until tomorrow, everyone. See you guys later.
Give us a minute to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow.
Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free.
DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping, cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Farms are lush, stanking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping, cause fortunes are overnight.
Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds, digital harmony. you wild and free.